Welcome to Bella's Bargains, where everything is from the Dollar Tree. And why? Because everything at the Dollar Tree is $1, people. $1. This is Effingham. My cow. He co-hosts with me sometimes. Hope you'll stick around and consider subscribing. Living my life in a slow hell. A different girl every night at the hotel. I ain't seen the sun shine in 3 damn days. Been fueling up on cocaine and whiskey. I wish I had a good girl to miss me. Lord, I wonder if I'll ever change my ways. I put your picture away. Sat down and cried today, yeah. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to her. I put your picture away. Sat down and cried today, yeah. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to her. Girl part. I called you last night in the hotel. Everyone knows, but they won't tell. But their half-hearted smiles tells me something just ain't right. I've been waiting on you for a long time, fueling up on heartaches and cheap wine. And I ain't heard from you in 3 damn nights. I put your picture away. I wonder where you've been. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to him. I put your picture away. Sat down and cried today. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to him. I saw you yesterday with an old friend. It was the same old same, how have you been? Since you've been gone, my world's been dark and gray. That's so low. You reminded me of brighter days. I hoped you were coming home to stay. I was headed to church, and I was off to drink you away. So I just realized I messed that whole thing up, and it was the girl part and the other part. I saw you yesterday with an old friend. It was the same old same, how have you been? Since you've been gone, my world's been dark and gray. Are you guys singing with me yet? You reminded me of brighter days. No, you reminded me of brighter days. Hoped you were coming home to stay. I was headed to church, and I was off to drink you away. I thought about you for a long time. Can't seem to get you off of my mind. I can't understand why we're living life this way. Okay, now you guys sing this with me. Ready? I found your picture today. I swear I'll change my ways. I just called to say. Oh my God, okay, let's try it one more time. Ready? I found your picture today. I swear I'll change my ways. I just called to say I want you to come back home. I found your picture today. I swear I'll change my ways. I just called to say I want you to come back home. I just called to say I love you. Come back home. Welcome to Bella's Bargains. My name is Amy. Okay, so listen, that was truly unedited, wasn't it? Like, that felt like when you're singing with your friends and you're trying to do a little harmony and you go, wait, no, wrong. Back it up. Let's go a little higher, a little lower, a little whatever. Anyway, okay. So, first of all, you guys, today I'm coming back home. It's Tuesday. I should be in flight or en route or somewhere on my way back to Arizona. But I filmed this before I left for you, and it's an oldie but a goodie. And it is about picture frames. So I was like, I saw your picture today. If you were singing along right now, give me a musical note emoji, because you know you were. And probably laughed hysterically when I went, wait, no, girl part. Which one are we? I don't know. Anyway, it's such a great song. Actually, I do love that song. All right, that's Chris Rock and Sheryl Crow, right? Great song. If this is your first time here, by the way, yes, we do open up every video with a song, and we're a little crazy here, and Bella's besties out there, you guys are all wonderful, and usually sing along with me. I mean, like, I can hear you. Like, totally I can hear you. Laura sent me a message last week, I think it was, and she's like, I literally just had a whole conversation with you, Amy, and I feel like you heard it. I did. Like, I know some of the stuff you guys are saying back when I say it. Anyway, for you newbies, consider subscribing, hitting that bell button, and getting reminded when I upload. This is a fun channel. There's a lot of interaction with the subscribers out there, and everything on this channel is $1. I mean, it's from, well, it is $1 too, but it's from the Dollar Tree. And do you know why? Like everything, like my upscales, my crafts, all my supplies, the food reviews, the shopping hauls, it's all Dollar Tree. And because at the Dollar Tree, everything is, say it, $1, people, $1. Yes, that's right. All right. And we have so much fun. It's so inclusive. Number one, I do a weekly giveaway every week. And all you have to do is watch Tuesday and Thursday videos. Tuesday is totally easy Dollar Tree crafts. And it's like crafting for the non-crafter. And Thursdays, theme Thursdays, which is crafts that have a theme. And sometimes they're a little more difficult. But usually I try and stay on the pretty easy side. What? No, don't insult me like that. No, I'm not easy. I mean, my crafts are easy. So if you watch both of those and you're a subscriber, all you have to do is do a thumbs up on both Tuesday and Thursday, make a comment on both Tuesday and Thursday, and that literally could be just an emoji if you're in a rush or something. But if you do that, then you're entered into a drawing, and I give a $20 gift card away every week, Dollar Tree gift card every week I give away. All right, and it's that simple. And then I announce the winners on Tuesdays. I used to try and do it on Saturdays, but it was too difficult. So now I announce them on Tuesdays. Anyway, enough about that. We also do a subscribers challenge. So for the month of August, our subscriber challenge is, the theme is back to school. Now, what a subscriber challenge is, that means that you and we do a craft together, and then you guys send me pictures of your crafts via my Facebook Messenger page. Facebook is linked down below in the description box. And then after everybody turns everything in, I do a video of all the crafts that all you guys made. And all you have to do is give me permission to use your first name and last initial and your pictures. And I also really appreciate it when you tell me something about your craft or why you made it. Like last month we did the trucks, and it was so cool because lots of people had reasons that they painted their truck blue or green or wedding or whatever. So it was really cool. So tell me why. Like if you were a teacher, your back to school thing is going to be something about being a teacher or whatever it happens to be. Anyway, so that's our challenge. And those pictures have to be to me by August 28th. And again, I do 4 uploads, sometimes 5, 6, or 7 uploads every week. So totally easy Tuesday, crafting for the non-crafter. Themed Thursday is the themed crafts, upscales, DIYs. Foodie Friday is Dollar Tree food reviews. I love that one. Effingham, my cow. Effingham, do you like Foodie Fridays? Literally, I do think it's his favorite. Effingham has agreed, by the way, to make a guest appearance on my videos. So be ready for that to start. Probably next week, right? No, I know. I'm not gonna tell him what you're doing, Effingham. Okay. Anyway, and then Saturdays are shopping Saturdays, which are my Dollar Tree hauls. Now, occasionally I will throw in a Wild Wednesday, and Wild Wednesdays is wild. We never know what it's gonna be. So for instance, tomorrow you are getting a Wild Wednesday because I'm doing an apple challenge. And so I've made some apple crafts. So you have to watch tomorrow. It comes out 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Mountain Central. Yeah, just watch for it. If you hit the all thing, you'll know when my video goes up, right? Okay, have I done anything? Winner announcement, we do the subscriber challenge. Yep, I think we're good, right? So here's the thing, you guys. I can't even show you the crafts that I made. And let me explain why. This video had 58 views when I made it. Because it was when I really just started. But the crafts are super easy and they're good and they're all picture frames. So I'm like, I'm throwing it up there for Totally Easy Tuesday today, and I would love to show them to you, but I don't know where they are. So this is what I think happened. It was in the midst of when we were getting ready to move, like, and when I'm showing you the picture frames, I'm like, I'm not hanging them up because we're moving. So I was packing. I think they're in Halloween. I think they got packed in a box, and then I put the Halloween things that I made on top of it, and I think I put it in my Halloween stuff, and I don't realize the pictures are underneath it. I will know when I open up Halloween, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened, because I made these really cool potion bottles and all that, and I was packing everything at the same time. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, that's it. My iPad's going off, I'm sorry. I put my iPad up there for words because I cannot remember all these words to all these songs. So you're going to see this video. It's old school. I'm literally talking as I'm doing the crafts. I'm going to leave it that way. I'm not going to voice over on this one. I did voice over last week's. So I'm not going to voice over. But I really hope you like them. Let me know if you like them. I think they're very cool. They were so easy. I can't wait to put them up in my house because I know exactly where I'm going to put them. My iPad will not stop. I'm so popular. Effingham. No, they're not for you. You are such a show stealer. One more thing, you guys. I'm thinking about changing where I film my videos from, and I'm thinking about changing it so that I'm filming in front of Effingham. What do you think? I mean, if I did that, so basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be over here. You won't see my kitchen window anymore. What you would see is like this. Okay, I'm trying here. You would see like this. No, we gotta get Effingham in it. You'd see. I have to back this up. Okay, but I really do wanna know, do you guys want me to do it with Effingham? Like Effingham right here? I can move that so it's more in front. I just don't have a counter out there right now, so I'd have to figure it out. But let me know what you think. So let's end this film with Effingham. Effingham, do you have anything to say? He's so stern looking sometimes, isn't he? I don't know where to look because I've moved my camera. There you are. Hi. All right, so I put your picture away. Look, this is the bag of apple stuff that I haven't yet made, but I'm talking to you about because it's going to be on the film tomorrow. I have it there because that's what I'm doing next. It's all my apple crafts. Last thing I have to do before I go to Disney. All right, so you guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video here. And as always, have a great day, great week, and a great life. And from your singing crafty crafter, I put your picture away. Sat down and cried today. I can't look at you. Happy hunting at your local Dollar Tree. Enjoy the video. Okay, so we just have an array here of picture frames and different stickers and magnets and stuff. And so I'm gonna take all of these and just do some fun embellishments on some picture frames. And I'm probably gonna be using the adhesive again today that I purchased the other day. So let's just get started. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna do here is use this Main Street Wall Creations that says love. I think it's just really pretty. I love all the colors and the graphics in it. And what I did was purchased a 4x6 frame that has the three pictures. You could put 3 pictures in it if you use it just as a regular picture frame. And I took that out, and I'm gonna take this out, and I'm gonna take the cardboard out, leaving just the frame and the glass. So now what I'm gonna do is take this graphic here, Wall Creations, and I'm going to place it on this glass. So I want to be able to see where, how it's gonna lay on the glass. So I'm gonna sort of cut it apart a little bit, And because I know I'm slightly, look, if I lay it down, it's too long. It's longer than the glass itself, right? So I know I need to find some space in there, approximately that much. So I'm gonna cut it apart at the V and the O. And I'm gonna lay that down and see if I'm able to find that space. And it definitely looks like I can. The other thing is I could cut right here and pull it all in a little bit. And actually, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna separate each one of the letters. Be really careful to cut that O right there. Because now what I think I can do is just, I can overlap my O slightly on the L, and I think that would be fine. And I'm gonna cut apart the V and the E, which this is a little tricky, but I think it's gonna be okay, because I'm just gonna cut basically right there. And then I think the V can come in even a little bit more, and of course the E. Now, as I look at this, as it's laying out, I'm really gonna try and even it out so that we're semi-centered on the glass. So I think that looks okay. And what I'm gonna do is get just visually, I wanna see, you know, what it's gonna look like when it's in the frame, right? And this, you could stagger these letters too. If you wanted to, you could be like, you could turn them crooked and sort of like that, and it'd be love, not, you know, straight across. And actually, I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I think it makes it easier. I don't have to worry about measuring, and I still think it's gonna look really cool. So I'm gonna start with the, let's see, I don't know if I want the L to overlap the O or the O to, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the L. And then what I would do is I'm gonna put the E on. Now the reason is, because I'm gonna make sure that my spacing in here is about the same. So from the first letter to the edge, last letter to the edge, because we wanna make sure that we're spaced in the center. Now if this was a 5-letter word, I would start with the middle letter, but it's not. It's a 4-letter word. All right, so I'm gonna place this L, probably gonna be pretty straight with the L, but not perfect. And I'm looking at, the one thing you wanna take into consideration is that your frame is gonna take up maybe 1/4 of an inch of your glass. So I'm gonna come in approximately, I'm gonna guess maybe like 1 inch, and place that L. I'm not gonna worry too much. I'm just visually gonna make sure it's straight, all right? Now here's the thing, I'm not gonna press down too much right now, because I want to get the rest of the letters on in case I have to pick something up after it's all said and done. So now I'm gonna take the E, and I'm thinking if I like do like this with the O and the V like this, the E is gonna come back fairly straight. So again, I know that, I mean, I suppose I can use a little piece of paper, right? And measure the distance there, and then sort of do that for placing this E, okay? I'm just kind of cheating a little bit with just telling me how far I am away from the edge on the other piece. All right, so now this is, I'm just gonna go for it, which is what you gotta do. Hey, listen, and if you're really worried, you could always pick up 2 of these, which gives you, you know, you could remove one if you really feel like you didn't do it quite right or whatever. Okay, so if you picked up 2, you'd have a backup. All right, so now I'm gonna put this O on. And I think what I'm gonna do is just sort of, I'm gonna overlap that L slightly, but you'll still see the tail of the, trying to visually see how I wanna do that. I think like this. So you're still gonna see the tail of the L, so we know the L is there, right? Gotta watch it, because these will bubble on you, right? So, okay. Then we're gonna press them down really well when we're all done anyway. And now let's go for that V. Let's see. Take the V off, and I mean, I think I kind of, so one of the things I think I need to do is probably No, I'll come back. Maybe I won't do that. So I'm gonna stick the V just down a little bit. We're not lining up too terribly perfect, right? Okay, now that I have it, I'm gonna look at that and be like, okay, what do I think? You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I really like it too much like that. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna take these off and switch it just a little bit. I think I really need to straighten out the E is my biggest concern here. I don't like how crooked the E is. So I'm gonna pick that up. The rest of it, I think I can deal with. So I'm gonna actually place the E. I'm gonna match that back up here. I'm gonna overlap it slightly. Now I'm gonna match it back up and put that E down. Okay, that's not too bad. I think I'm gonna leave it. So now I'm gonna work it down really well and make sure I get all the bubbles out of this. And then I'm gonna put it back in the frame. So let's look at that all done. All right, so I'm gonna do a couple of frames for you here. This is a 10 by 8. It's one of the acrylic freestandings. And they always come with a film on them, so you wanna make sure that you take that film off. And I picked up this adorable word that says brave. And if you've seen the movie Brave, you know that the little girl in that is a redhead with curly hair. And I have a redheaded granddaughter with curly hair. So I bought it specifically to do this. So I'm gonna take my adhesive and I'm gonna glue Brave on there. And I think it's gonna be really adorable. And I'm gonna put a big picture of her in it. Like how cute is that, right? So this stuff adheres really, really well. So I'm not putting like a ton on, right? Because it's going to adhere really well. And when I put it on here, I could center it, but I really kind of like it just sort of over to the one side. Oops, and I got some of my glue smeared a little bit there, but that's okay, it'll dry. All right, so now I'm gonna put that over to dry. So we'll let that dry. The next one is a 6x4. I'm gonna remove the film on this one as well. And I picked up these really cute elephant stickers at the Dollar Tree, and I love elephants. And so I'm gonna embellish this little frame with some really cute stickers. And what I've decided that I'm gonna do is just take 3 elephants and put them down the side. Now if you look at the stickers, they're mostly going the other way. So I have to use these 3 colors because I put it on this side, but that's fine. It doesn't matter to me what colors they are. And so there we go. I've got my 3 little elephants. I mean, any picture I think would be fine in here, but mostly when I frame things, I'm looking for a color match. So a really brightly colored picture, the grandkids in brightly colored clothes or something like that. Anyway, and then I have so many stickers left over that I could get a few more in different sizes and do like a set of 3 frames or something, and to give to one of the parents or for myself, whatever. Super inexpensive, and how cute is that little frame? And next, I got another acrylic standalone, and I'm gonna peel off that film, which thankfully the film is on there because it really protects the acrylic from getting scratched up. So this one is a 5x7. And as I've mentioned before, the grandkids came out to Arizona to visit, and I always love to send them photos after their visits, framed or otherwise, of them here and a big, a picture with me or something. So I found these, and they're so cute. They're just a press-on, they're Main Street Wall Creations, and they are a peel and stick. All right, so they came to Arizona. So what better than to use cacti? Oops. So I break one as I take it off. Well, that's good to know, right? These stickers. And so I'm going to put that on a corner of an acrylic one here. And I might even take my art pen then, and write on here like Arizona 2020, or I could do it with stickers. But again, super easy. How cute is that as an embellished picture frame? So each one of the grandkids will get one of those. And the cost, $1.25. And even if I put some lettering on it, that's only another $1 to buy the lettering at the Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna send those off. Love that, super easy, and it looks really cute. Then I have one more acrylic freestanding. This is a 7x5. It's funny, there's a dog picture in there. I didn't do that intentionally. It's just a coincidence. And so on this one, I have a daughter who's a dog lover. So this is like gonna be for her. So this magnet, Dollar Tree, of course, so it was only what? $1, people, $1. It's a magnet. However, I think it's super cute on here to make this a doggy frame. So what am I gonna do? Once again, I'm gonna use my adhesive and I'm going to stick that on there, let that dry, and I just think it makes such a cute frame, right? For $2. Anyway, so we're gonna let that dry. Let's come back and do some more of the wall creations stickers in some of those frames. Okay, so here's another one. We have an 11x14 frame. So that's a pretty big picture, and it's got a brown frame and it's glass. So I'm gonna take this wall creations. It says, wash your hands and say your prayers because Jesus and germs are everywhere. I'm gonna do the same thing I did before. I'm gonna cut this apart. So I'm gonna start with the wash your hands. I'm gonna cut that apart and say your prayers. And because Jesus and germs are everywhere. So I'm putting this, just to make this clear, I put this on the outside of the frame and then put the frame back over it to make a wall hanging. All right, so as I look at this, I'm gonna put the paper behind it so we have a better idea of the size of the glass, because it's hard to tell when it's just on the table by itself. Anyway, okay, so there we have the glass, and I have these, words. So the first one is wash your hands and say your prayers because Jesus and germs are everywhere. I kind of like that. It's pretty balanced on there. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna start putting it on there. So this is the plastic, I don't know what you call it, the adhesive, the background on this or whatever. It's not too intrusive, so I don't feel like I need to cut off anymore, right? All right, so this is wash your hands. Gotta be careful when you're putting it on to get those bubbles out as you lay it down. So usually start on one side and sort of lay it down together. And here's ends, wash your hands and say your prayers. I usually just bend it back a little bit and that gets me one part of it. Wash your hands, and so you notice I'm not like lining it up perfectly because they're different fonts and whatnot, so it's made to not be perfectly lined up. Well, at least that's what I think. All right, because Jesus. So, and I'm really probably more gonna try and center this one a little bit. So there's, remember to sort of work it as you lay it down. And because Jesus and what? And germs. Like right now, this is kind of appropriate, isn't it? As we're all fighting this germ stuff, COVID. Because Jesus and germs are everywhere. All right, now I'm gonna put that in my frame. And I think this is like a super cute one for the bathroom. All right, so as I push these down, they do sort of show on the other side. On this one, I don't think it's gonna be too bad, but if you want, you just take some needle nose pliers and sort of curl it up a little bit. Oops, let me get that curled up a little bit. And then you don't see it on the other side, okay? I think that's really cute. So I am going to hang that somewhere. Wash your hands and say your prayers because Jesus and germs are everywhere. Now, because the frame is brown and the writing is black, I might embellish this with a black
cord or something, but you don't have to. In my bathroom, currently I have like black and brown, so it's gonna work really well. I don't like the tabs showing through, so I am gonna go through and bend those all with the needle nose. Anyway, let's see. Next is, move that out of the way. I picked up this really pretty copper frame. I love to look at the frames because some of them just look more high-end than others. So I really like this copper. And I picked up the wall creation for this one that says wild and free. Can you see that? Wild and free. But I'm not going to use the whole thing. In this picture, you'll see they have, it says wild and free and the arrows go around. Well, I'm just going to use the wild and the arrows. So I'm going to cut out the wild here. Careful not to mess it up. There we go. And I'm going to take out that part of the end because I don't need that, right? And notice that that wild is going to fit on that piece of glass really well. Let's do this again so you can see. So that wild fits on there really well. I like it. But I have these other two free arrows, right? And so what I want to do is put an arrow on either side of the frame. So I think first let's put the wild on. So let's just peel that. I need to be let's visual again. It's pretty much gonna go, it's just pretty much gonna fit in there perfectly. So peel this off. Maybe. You do have to be careful with these because they can rip. They're pretty durable, but still always want to be semi-careful. And then I'm going to, the nice thing on this one is that the arrow gives you a really good guide for how straight you are. And I just want to make sure I'm pretty centered and fairly straight. So I think that's about good right there. Guess we'll know, huh? Anyway. Yeah. All right. So now I've got the wild on there. And of course, I'm going to put it in the picture frame. Again, remember we can curl up those ends just so they don't show as on the other side, but still hold your glass in place. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to curl those up. And then I want to take those extra arrows and throw them on this frame just because I think it would be really cute. So there it says wild. And I have these two arrows left. So I'm going to take an arrow. And let's see. I think I'll do this arrow pointing down. I'm not too worried about it overlapping, but I don't want it to overlap to the inside. I'd rather it overlap to the outside. So you'll see how up here, it's a little bit larger than the frame. That's okay, because at the top, I can just fold over onto the frame. And I think it's better that it's doing that there than into the inside of the frame. So now let me just take that. I need to press this down a little bit better too. By the way, when you put these on, you do need to work them to get them clearer. So I don't want to do that, take that much time on the video right now. I'll just tell you guys to do that. Make sure you work those down. All right, so then the last arrow, I'm gonna just put it on the opposing side and do the exact same thing. Like I'm gonna have a little bit of overlap onto at this point it would be the bottom of the frame. Let's see, and there you go. I think it's really cute. I really like it. I kind of like those copper tones. Again, you guys, we do need to really push this down. But when you're up against the wall, you don't see it as much. And also, if you wanted to take the time, you could absolutely cut this out. There's no reason you couldn't cut out the clear plastic. Okay, next, I have an 8x10 frame. And so on this one, there's some silver in the frame, which I like. So there's that silver there. So I'm gonna take my glass And I'm gonna take my wall creations. So for this one, it says, welcome. Now, I'm gonna cut it, but I wanna show you something. It's not gonna actually fit perfectly, but that's okay. So I'm gonna cut this off here, and then I have to cut between them. So you wanna be a little careful there, because these are two sides that come together to say welcome, right? Okay, so they're gonna slightly come off the glass with a little bit with their embellished flowers. I don't care about that. I'm also gonna cut off the little bit that separates them. It's not part of the sticker, just so I can lay them down better and visually see where they go. Okay, so there we have welcome. And so again, I'm just gonna try and center it on the glass. I think I'm just gonna go for it. I'm not a perfectionist, in case you guys haven't noticed. But usually I do pretty good visually at my distancing. And I'm a firm believer that the human eye will see it the way it's supposed to be seen. Like, the human eye completes all lines, and it's, you know, like why dot art works, because, you know. All right, so now I'm just gonna go ahead, and I can see where I have my other side of the sign, so I think I'm okay just to sort of put her down and work it, right? So we don't get any bubbles. Okay, and now work that down. If I like a credit card or something, works really well for clearing these up. But I just don't want to take the time right now. All right, so let's put the other side down. Welcome. I'm gonna get that pretty close because it's supposed to connect right there. Yeah, okay, good luck, right? Ooh, maybe, yay, that works. All right, so now, again, you gotta be really careful with these, because when they bubble, it's difficult to get your bubbles out. Okay, so down, down, down. And then when I pick this up, obviously I have the little overlap. Don't worry about it, just wrap that around. It's a very minimal amount. Now when I put this in here, isn't that cute? It says welcome, like a really cute front door thing, I think. Or I don't know, anywhere actually. But I really like the welcome. So I'm gonna turn that up like I do. All right, so we know what to do there. Last one is one that says love. So this is one of their certificate ones. I got it because it had this silver around on the black. And I think it's like a, is it an 8x10? 11, I think it's an 8x10. Anyway, when you do this, what you want to do is go pick out your wall art creations signs that you want to use, and just like literally measure them. And I was just walking up, you know, picking up the frames and looking and seeing how it would work out. So this one says love. Love. And so it's gonna have to go, I think it has to go that way. I can't remember now for sure. I'm gonna cut like I do, cut it in half. I need to cut off the part where it joins it so I can see it when I lay it down. Oh, so let's do that. Okay. Now I'm gonna lay it down. And it has to go this way, right? So it's gonna say love like that. And I really like that, yeah? Okay, so now I'm gonna start with my top piece, because my bottom piece is, I've cut off the thing that connects it. Okay, which means I can line this up on there. I think that's about right, yep. Let's go for it. So let's put the first part of love down. All right. Ready? We can do this. Yep, that's good. Okay, so there's the first part. Get it all down. And then the second part of love. Come on. Nope. This is the tricky part, I'm not gonna lie. You just wanna get that pretty lined up so that it's connected. This is supposed to go together like that. We're almost there. Okay. That's good. All right, so now we have love on there. Yay. And like I said, so I got that frame because of the silver on it. And yeah, I think it looks really cute. So, all right, you guys, that was pretty simple. Just some fun art things. I want to remind you all, you can embellish this. Like I have like sort of a gold marker. Like I might do some gold marker here. I might even go over the gold part of this and 3-dimensionalize it. There's lots of things you can do, but this is a start just to show you some simple ways you can take. They're really, because I love their Main Street wall creations. I love them. I think they're so cool. Lots of different ways to use them, and so this was just one of them. Okay, so there they all are done. All done. I'm not hanging them up because, as I've said, I'm moving, so I gotta pack these up, but I think they came out really cute. I might do a few embellishments, and as I put them up in my new home, I will show them to you. But I think these really came out well, and I hope it gave you guys some inspiration to use some of those wall creations that you like. You don't just have to put them on a wall. You can decorate them up a little bit. Okay, so here's the picture frames. Because I'm moving, I don't have a lot of pictures around. Like I couldn't find a dog one. It's for the dog one, but and that one will be for my granddaughter. But still, figured we were brave to get in a helicopter. And I didn't have a 5x7 for the Arizona one, but you get the idea. Anyway, I think these embellished picture frames came out really cute, and I hope it encourages all of you to make some of your own.